Hey True Believers, Chris Mack coming at you today with the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman Beyond Batwoman Unmasked Elainna Grayson. This was a figure that was very much contemplating picking up, but I didn't know anything about her because at the time I dropped out of Dan Jurgens' Batman Beyond run, which was definitely a mistake. If you guys love the Batman Beyond lore, definitely go get Dan Jurgens' run, because from what I read, Elainna is a badass. So we'll get into that in a minute. As you can see here, we get the figure without the mask. Multiverse, Batwoman Unmasked, the 22 articulation, McFarlane Toys, window, come around, and for once, the product shot doesn't look too bad, but I'm still wishing that they would have put a comic panel here. That way when you put it in your card stock, it's going to look awesome instead of someone else's photography, but that's just me. There's also figures from the wave, so I'll get a close-up so you can check that out at your convenience. Come back around this way, and as you can see, that way you can check it out what's on the peg. Come back around this way, nothing on the bottom. So with that said, let's get Elainna out of the packaging and get a closer look at her. Here's Elainna out of the packaging. And overall, I'm thankful for this figure. There are a few things, of course, with any figure that you get that's going to drive you crazy, but it's nice to finally see the daughter of Nightwing take up the mantle and be part of this futuristic Bat family. So let's go ahead and get her off the stand and get a closer look at everything she has to offer. First appearance of Elainna Grayson was Batman Beyond number 25 from December of 2018. Her dad, Richard Grayson, who is the mayor of Bloodhaven at this point, didn't want Elainna to be involved in the hero lifestyle. Rather, he wants her to use her talents in other ways that she can keep herself safe. Now, during this time period, the Joker returns. That's why I'm saying check out Dan Jurgens' run, because he does a sequel to the Return of the Joker movie, and it is spectacular. But what happens afterwards is Terry suffers amnesia when the villain Falseface steals his identity. And this is kind of where I fell off the map with Jurgens' run, because at the time, it wasn't what he was doing that was boring. I think what happened was Jurgens was kicking ass, and then we had other things going on. Tom King had Nightwing get shot in the head, partial amnesia, and becomes Rick Grayson. I don't remember who's writing Aquaman, but he loses his memory and he starts going by Andy the Aquaman. Ugh. There's a running joke when I was going through those books. I call him Rick and Andy, and I was waiting for a crossover. But then all of a sudden, Terry gets amnesia, and I was just like, no, too much amnesia going on. Nope, I'm done. And in doing so, I missed out on this awesome arc. But because Terry, who is Batman Beyond, is suffering amnesia, there's no Batman. So Elainna steps in, steals the Batsuit, and goes on to become the Batwoman. Batwoman, the character, was introduced in issue 37, but no one knew who she was. They all thought maybe Barbara came out of retirement. They thought that Terry's friend or girlfriend, I forget who she is, but she's the young one from the King of Hearts Club, or the gang, or is it the King of Clubs, or the King of Hearts gang, or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, her identity was not revealed until number 40. So there was this big mystery going around. No one could figure out who it was. And then finally, she came into her own by issue 45. So I like that in the future we have this extended Bat family. We have Terry as Batman. We have his brother Matt as Robin. We have Dick's daughter as Batwoman. And then they even bring in Damian, which is awesome. I highly recommend this run, guys. Like, more than I could possibly recommend a run. So with that said, let's talk about the accessories that come with this figure. Glaringly, I'm irritated that you have to buy another figure to get the cowl. That is so stupid. At least with Hasbro, you know, they'll at least give you some extra heads. Once in a while you'll get a masked and unmasked version, or you'll just kind of get different emotions. Hasbro McFarlane's like, hey, let's make him spend another $20. And I'm just like, I may see if I can't find the head loose online or something. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, if I should get the head or not. Now, another thing that irks me is instead of, there she goes, I'm gonna let her go. She comes with just a regular stand. Now, this is supposed to be the Batman Beyond that can fly. Why are we chirping on flight stands? That's annoying. Moving on. Just like with the McFarlane's Batman Beyond figure, we do get the red Batarang. And from what I understand, the other Batwoman comes with the more traditional looking ones. This one's just a red one that, you know, it's cool looking, but this is not the kind that they use in that universe. It's the more circular looking ones, and that other Batwoman comes with them. I'm just like, are you serious? But nonetheless, to have a Batarang is always a welcome addition. She comes with a set of closed hands and open hands, so let me get this where y'all can actually see them. And they look exactly like the ones that come with the Terry figure. Like I said, this is basically just a retool, just to slim down to make it look more feminine. So it is what it is. At least you get the open hands to put the Batarangs in. And just like with the other Beyond figure, you get the, what do you call them? The blasters for the feet, which is cool. I like the way that they're translucent and they have that yellow to orange look, and of course that they plug relatively. Ooh, it's kind of tight. Relatively easy in the feet, so if you want to pose them. And then here's another thing. I know, I'm rambling. But if you want to put her on a shelf, you know, you don't want to stand her on the stupid flame. You need a flight stand, so you're going to have to steal it from somebody else or get the NECA flight stands or something. So yeah, just giving her this, that's really chapping my ass if you can't tell. But yeah, that's that. The last thing that she comes with, of course, is the trading card, so I'll make sure to take a picture of it and get a better look at it. But I hate that it's someone else's photography. The piece, you know, the shot in and of itself is nice. But if you want to put this in your card binder, I would rather have a still from the comics, not someone else's work. I'd rather make my own trading cards with my own photography. Then you come around to the back, and you'll get a read-up, which again, I'll make sure I take a picture so you can get a closer up so you can kind of see the backstory on Elainna. So with that said, moving on. In terms of the paint apps, they captured her lightness relatively well. You know, she has kind of the same black hair her dad does, the blue eyes. I love the shoulder pads that they added here. I don't know, that just looks very militaristic, kicks ass. And then a lot of people are saying, well, if this, if she stole the bat suit, then how is it, you know, contorting to her? Well, you have to remember that in the future, it's kind of like, what do you call it, nanotechnology. So whoever puts it on, it's kind of the same thing with Terry, that it conforms to whoever's donning it. So that's why it's able to slim down and fit her the way it does. Her gauntlets here look great. The silver on her belt with the red buckle hooking it all together. And then I don't know, I kind of wish that you could take this off. That's probably one thing that kills me. But at least it looks neat. I do wish that, especially with the Terry one, where if it was, I think it's supposed to be red on the inside and black on the outside, or vice versa, I forget. But I don't know why they decided not to do that. That's kind of frustrating. And then, you know, leather pants look good. Boots look good. All the black looks the way it's supposed to. Looks like a nice uniform. Glad that it looks good all the way around. You know, hair looks natural. Looks good. So yeah, overall paint apps look awesome. Love the way they kind of retooled the Bat logo here. Very good stuff. For the articulation though, it's not too bad, but this is one thing from, you know, Hasbro to McFarlane that is, I don't know why they have such a hard time, is the hair. So, you know, you can have her look down like that, but because she has this bob in the back, it's hard to get her to look up. And that's even after warming up the figure. So it is what it is in that regard. Head that way, and you get a little bit of place, and you get some emotion going on there. Arms do go 360, up like that, up like that, upper bicep swivel, and I'm glad that the shoulder pad doesn't impede that. That's good stuff there. Double jointed elbows, wrist spin 360, and I'm glad too that the ball joints, at least, well, this arm it's a little more predominant, but not on that one, because, you know, the Dr. Fate and the Shazam, the King Shazam, suffer from those ball joints. Or no, is it the King Shazam? I don't know. Don't listen to me. I have not enough coffee. But yeah, the ball joints, just when when you can see them, they're so damn ugly. But you know, at least you get a. I mean, I think I'm gonna pose her like that. Bap, bap, bap. That's hilarious. Oh God, I've never gotten it down that far before. That's what she said. Anyway, moving on. You can see move it down that much, move it up that much. Whew. Now she does have 2 points of articulation. Here she does twist at the waist. And also at the solar plex, so you can get her to go back pretty far and forward pretty good, but the downfall is, see how you have the Bat logo there bunching up, so you're gonna have to be careful so that bottom part does not snap off. Twist, twist, and I don't think the waist part goes as far as the solar plex. It is what it is. Woohoo, legs, hear that crack? That's how I feel every morning. Legs go out that far. You actually do get some semblance of an upper thigh swivel, so welcome addition there, but no boot swivel. So it's like, can we just get both and call it a day and quit the bull pap, the bull poop, the bull pap? Double jointed knees. Now, Hasbro, pay attention. Butt flap. Oh my God, 90 degrees. You know why? Because this is soft. It's not a hard shell. I'm just saying. Foot go up, foot go down, foot swivel, toe pivot. Now, one thing about this Batwoman that does kill me is that look at how teeny those feet are. Sometimes trying to get her to stand is so hard because look at it in proportion to the boot here. These seriously should have come out a little bit more. I know that, you know, it's a female character and you want to give her a little more petite feet. And I'm not saying give her huge old legs, but give her something to balance on, man. That's something else. Paint apps, I'm excited about. Articulation, it's kind of your basic, what you're going to get with a McFarlane figure. I thoroughly enjoyed this figure. The two things that probably really chap my hide is the fact that A, you have to go buy another action figure to get the masked version. And I believe that's where Hasbro kind of beats McFarlane, because times you'll get, you know, a masked and an unmasked version, or sometimes you'll just get a couple of different heads, and it's very much a welcome thing instead of having to go out now and spend another $20-something for another full figure. I don't know if I'm going to go that route. Let me know what you guys think, if I should go find the masked version or not. The only other thing about this figure in particular is she's a flight figure, and it was just like when we reviewed Shazam. Where the hell is the flight stand? I know that, you know, we'll have flight stands from other figures, but I don't know. Are we trying to save money? I find that very frustrating. Other than that, the figure in and of itself, awesome. I love the character it represents, Elainna Grayson. Very awesome how she wants to take up the mantle of her dad and prove herself a hero. If you've not read Dan Jurgens' run, highly recommend it. And if you guys have enjoyed this action figure, please first and foremost support your local comic shop and see if anyone's traded one in. If not, at the time of this recording, you can get it at Big Bad Toy Store and Dorkside Toys. If you've all enjoyed this review, we really would appreciate it if you take a moment to hit like, share, and subscribe. Helps the club channel more than you could possibly know. And if you want my hitting that fancy little bat bell next to subscribe, that way as we continue to upload content, you guys get notified. Come to the channel, and we love talking with y'all and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments below, or our social media pages, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, thank you so much for stopping by. Photo slideshow coming up next, and I hope y'all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, true believers.